Hello. Hello. Good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new adventure here in Karakul. And an adventure it is going to be.
You okay, sir? You hear problem?
Osh, I need to go to Osh. Sleep.
Stay or sleep.
Yeah, thank you very much. Bye bye. Alright. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Okay. What I was trying to say. Where should I go? Probably here, right? It is going to be an adventure and not a pleasant one, because yesterday I had like quite a good evening, and then I got I got hit by food poisoning, a pretty bad one, and basically there's just no way I'm holding any water or food. It comes out within an hour. So yeah, that's why she was just asking like, how are you doing? Because, well, I'm gonna spare you any details, but I left the present in the alley behind the bike. And then you might wonder like, okay, but why are you on the bike? Well, few reasons. First of all, there's nothing out here, so I'm on my last bit of good water. There's no proper food. There's like only potatoes in like cooked water and some like, yeah, what is it, soup. So it's not gonna make me any better, because yeah, I need like fruit or so, and I don't have it here. And then if I cannot hold any water, we are at 4,000 meter altitude, so you basically need lots of water to like be able to like not get altitude sickness. And I do have my pills, but if I keep like throwing up, then those pills make no sense, right? So I was planning on going to Lenin Peak, which is just across the border in Kazakhstan, and to camp there. I was quite looking forward to that, so it's a bit of a pity, but health first. And it's gonna be a long ride, but I have to make it to Osh, to a proper hotel with good food. And then I'm sure I will make it, and I hope like when I'm on my bike that I'm okay, because that is what normally is the case. But let's see. But I can feel like my body needs water. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough ride, I guess, but I'm gonna try and enjoy the environment anyway. It's the last bit of the Pamir. And I mean, have you even did the Pamir without being sick? I think 85% of the people I spoke to like got struck by food poisoning or any kind of sickness due to food or water. It's part of the journey, I guess. Oh man. Alright. Now I did put my jacket on because back at the guest house I had it quite hot because yeah, I was out the wind in the sun, but now I'm in the wind and it's quite cold. It's actually freezing, I think. So yeah, I had to take on my jacket, and I'm gonna take off my cameras because we are closing into the border with Kyrgyzstan, and this is gonna be quite a special one because as soon as you like leave Tajikistan, there is like this no man's land. I believe it's around 15 kilometers, if I have to believe like other travelers. 15 kilometers of no man's land, and it must be beautiful before you like reach the Kyrgyzstan side. So I'm curious. I will try to get my cameras on in no man's land because yeah, it's from no one, so I guess I can do that, right? And then yeah, you know the drill. I'm gonna take off my cameras, and then I hope to see you in no man's land first, and otherwise in Kyrgyzstan. Well, welcome to no man's land. Here we are. I don't think it deserves a whoop whoop, that will be for Kyrgyzstan, but it definitely is worth like a video, because look at those mountains, the colors they have. That is quite nice. And it's somewhat weird, right? That you're now like at a piece of land that belongs to no one. That's probably also why the road is quite terrible, because no one feels the responsibility to like maintain it. Look, it's like the emerald green. Remember I showed you the stone from last time? It is like that. The beautiful red. There it even looks bluish. Wow. That is quite nice. It's like a blue mountain. It is a blue mountain. Woo. Oh man. Only if the whales. That's remarkable. Wow. I've never seen such a thing. It's pretty cool. Like an emerald river here down. But it is a little longer than I thought so, right? I mean, people have been saying around 10-15 kilometers, but we are now on 15 kilometers. Well, there is still not a border in sight. Alright, but I do think that we should be almost there. So I am going to turn off my cameras, just in case it pops up around the corner. And it caught me by surprise. Well, yeah, again, I hope to see you in Kyrgyzstan. Woo! So, here we are, guys. Behind me is the border. You see, it's a very small border, but with a pretty nice backdrop. And we made it. I am super happy. We are in Kyrgyzstan. Whoop whoop. There we go. I think it took around, what shall it be, 1.5 to 2 hours. Because the system was down. Oh, it was actually like a very smooth border crossing. It looked pretty new. The guys at the counter were hilarious. He was very happy welcoming everyone to his country. But then arranging the tip, yeah, that system was out. So, well, I took my chance and I slept on that couch there, which is like similar as on an airplane, on on an airport. Sorry, my head is like. So I had a little sleep here, and but still not 100%, far away from that even. So now we're gonna head to Osh, and that will be our destination. I have a hotel in mind, and let's see, I hope they have a place I can stay there for a few nights, get some rest, some proper food, and I hope the ride to Osh will be nice. Because I'm still a little bit disappointed I cannot camp at the Lennon Peak, but again, health goes first, and we have to repair the body, to say it like that. Wow, that was the Pamir, guys. That was the Pamir. Oh, I loved the Pamir. It was fantastic. It was beyond my expectations. Sometimes it was a little bit hard in terms of physically, and yeah, with the bike, with the Kyrgyzstans and the stones and the sand. I think that really was a hard part, but it was absolutely worth every view. And yeah, it's really special to see how the people live there. It's another world, and the only downside, if I can say a downside, it truly is the food. And that's not because I'm sick now, but I ate soup for 10 days straight, and then it's soup like potatoes boiled in hot water. I mean, after 10 days, I hope you can imagine I'm a little bit tired of that. So that was the only downside of the Pamir, but for the rest, wow, 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 wow. Look, the yurts. Oh, with this as a background. Hello, hello. Wow, the land of the yurts.
Sick and unable to eat or drink, I spent 8 hours on the road before finally reaching Osh.
Alright, so they did not have room. I think it might be here. I see a gate, so that would be perfect. Oh, okay, I go and check it out. Alright, also fully booked, and she called another hostel to check. They should have place, and they should have parking, so I'm going there now. And you know, the thing is, I couldn't book because I was on the Pamir. No signal for days. Where is the ocean hostel then? Okay. Well, third attempt. Guess what? They called. I come here. No room. It's horrible. I'm dead. I'm dead. Sure. Well, they must have like a bad day as I have. So basically what I did now, I looked on Booking. I saw a hotel which is out of budget, but there is no way I have more energy left for riding around to find a proper stay. No way. There's just no way. Ah, here. I would almost ride past it. This is kind of perfect. Okay, now if this goes wrong, I just pitch my tent and then it is what it is. And this will be my stay for tonight. It will be only one night because you will not believe it. There was an overbooking. It's unbelievable, right? Here is the bathroom. So yeah, at first I had to leave the hotel after this night. And then I was like, I'm sorry, it's not my mistake. And then I can change room. So they did their best. So I'm super happy, but super tired. Good morning again. I am back to life, guys. Woo! Well, of course everyone gets sick once in a while, but I haven't experienced this in a very, very long time. Like being this nauseous, and like at some point I was like close to crying on the ground. Oh man, you can feel very miserable, right? When you have to like throw up. But that was that. I survived. 3 days later we are. And yeah, I have some power again in my body after my body got a punch from the foot. I think I have to go right. Ooh. 3 days later, and well, yeah, besides me just trying to get better, which was the most important thing that I had to do, I also had to figure out the route, because I knew I had like days in Kyrgyzstan. I just didn't have a route yet, so I did that. I will tell you more about it in a minute. And yeah, basically I got rid of all the Pamir sand, both on myself as well as my clothes, as well as from sunshine. So everything and everyone should be clean again and ready to rumble on in Kyrgyzstan. And well, because I was so sick, I felt really like, okay, I have to go to Osh as soon as possible. And well, I mean, I promised you to take you along all the good and the bad, right? So this was definitely a bad, and those things happen. And yeah, I'm not gonna make it any fancier as it is. It was just not so much fun. But because I was so sick, I like totally forgot to mention how well sunshine did on the Pamir. I am so impressed. Honestly, I'm very much impressed. Like, not a single screw is lost, not a single screw is broken. Like, she doesn't have a scratch. She didn't crack at all, like not even a sign. I'm so impressed and so happy. I honestly think she deserves a round of applause, because I hear a lot of stories that are very, very different from mine. With broken stuff, leaking stuff, lost stuff. So, oh man, I can praise myself. So lucky with sunshine. Yeah, she did very well, and I hope, because I think we're halfway the trip, I hope she will keep it that way and that we can continue on this food. That would be lovely. But yeah, I really wanted to mention that because I don't want to take it for granted. And yeah, again, I've said it several times, but with a suspension as Sunshine has, it makes things a lot easier. And then she's also quite light and flexible, so yeah, I can quite easily keep the control, even if things get a little bit harder. So that always helps. Yeah, the route, as I told you, I didn't really have a route yet, so I used the last days to figure that out. And yeah, basically to go to the east, you can take either a mountain pass or you can go north first. And yeah, the mountain pass would take me about 8 hours. And I was like, no, I go north because not only, yeah, will the day be a little bit more easier as the first day after being sick, but also we will visit the biggest walnut forest in the world. And yeah, it was also an area that played a role in the Silk Road, and in the end that is the road that I'm riding. So the choice I made was to go north first to that forest, and then from there we head to the east to the Solpool Lake, which of course is very well known among tourists. And from there we go to Isikul and we make a whole round around Isikul. And I also hope to visit a horse festival there, which is held once a year. And apparently I am in Kyrgyzstan at exactly the right time. So I want to take my chance and visit that festival. Then we go back to Bishkek, which I will not visit, but I will do the border crossing to Kazakhstan from there to spend a few days in Almaty. Not only to change tires, but also to prepare for China and Southeast Asia. I can't believe we're already there. Oh my god, it goes so fast. Anyways, that's the route, that's the plan. Now you're up to date. First things first, the walnut forest. Oh well. Ooh. Hello everyone. That are different road users than I am used to. Oh, I don't want to scare them. Oh wow. Look at the dogs. There the mountains are that I was trying to point out. Few clouds, but I don't believe the weather should be bad. So I think there is another shepherd with all of his sheep. That's like the second one within like a kilometer. Hello everyone again. Look at the ears of those sheep. I think it's so cute. Oh. Oh, hello. They're so cute. I think we're stuck. You have to know, I absolutely love sheep and goats. I think they're so cute. If you look at the ears are way too big for their head. Oh, they're so fluffy. Hello. Hello. Oh. Oh. Oh, to the other side. Yes, like that. Oh wow. That is something different, huh? Than a traffic jam in the Netherlands. I like these traffic jams more, I have to say. Wow, it's a nice valley, and again it starts like to get a bit more green, so we are closing into our stay, I guess. Look at that massive mountain we are riding towards to. Wow. And we're definitely gaining some altitude also, because well, it is getting greener obviously, but it's also getting a little bit cooler, which is nice, because in Osh it was it was hot and in an unpleasant way. So this is actually quite nice, and I think like the green, the lush and green area you can already see from here, that must be the walnut forest, right? I'm so curious how a walnut tree looks like. I mean, I don't know, I never thought about it. And I also didn't look it up because I'm going to this place to see it for myself, right? Get surprised. It is busy here, huh? What is happening? Some sort of market maybe? I definitely have to go in here. Come on. Why aren't you? Perfect. Alright. Well, and still the road is so good. I didn't expect that, especially for a forest ride. And what I can tell about the forest is that it covers almost 11,000 hectares, like the walnut forest. And as I already mentioned, it is the oldest walnut forest in the world, so that's quite special. And apparently Alexander the Great got his walnuts from here, so I mean, then you have to visit it, right? And the harvest takes place from September to October, so not that long, but then the families will stay for weeks in the forest to get all the walnuts, and so they don't go back to their houses. And it's a whole social and economical happening apparently, which I can imagine. And sometimes they even use it as a currency. I think that's quite funny, to like pay for school. That's how important the walnut is over here. So let's see what I can discover at my stay. Ooh, blah. Ah, well, here we get the gravel. This is what I was expecting for like already 50 kilometers, actually. I was all oh, well, okay, sure thing. Oh. Almost killed by a hay bale. Can you believe that? I mean, the man was giving me no room. I don't think he even cared I was there. Alright. Oh, hoopla. No, but I was already afraid we would miss out on a little bit of off-roading today. So I'm happy to still get a little bit of that. Nevertheless, it's not for long because we're almost there. We should be almost there at least. Guest house. I'm looking for the guest house. Guest house in here? And then? Okay, thank you. Thank you. In here, huh? Oh well. But where? Yeah, everyone knows the guest house apparently. But chicken. Is this the guest house then? Or no? Friendship. It is a friendship guest house, so this should be it. Let's see. Well, with some help of the locals, you get there. Is that a baby duck? Look, it's a baby duck. It's a baby duck, you see? Okay, I'm looking for a room.
Okay.
You have?
Yes.
So I'm in the garden now of the homestay and they have a walnut tree, several. So I'm standing in front of a walnut tree now and yeah, it is a tree. So basically this is the walnut tree and then you have to look very closely. There you have a walnut. You see? That is a walnut in the walnut tree. Well guys, that was the nature lesson of the day. So sunshine is safely under the canopy. That is very nice. Then there you have a nice view on the mountain. And look, here's more of the garden. It's so green. How nice is this? And it's basically located like in the middle of the area of the walnut trees. You see? All the flowers. Nice little pond. And then there they grow even more crops. And this will be the stay for tonight. Nice little seating area. And here is my room, which is a single room. So it does the trick. Nice and small and enough blankets at last. And basically I'm just very happy that I am back on track and especially on the bike again because I was feeling very sick. I haven't been that sick for a very long time. So no, I'm very happy that I'm on the bike again and that we are in some greenery because after the Pamir it's just nice to see some forest again. So I'm gonna spend the night here and tomorrow, so that will be the next video, we are going to the first lake. One of many that Kyrgyzstan has to offer. But that will be the next video. I hope you still like this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. And then I hope to see you at the next adventure.